Software engineering is about to change more in the next 3 years than it has in the last 30 years. I'm Migo, former software engineer at Instagram. I'm going to tell you the 5 AI trends I see in 2026. Number 1, labor-light companies. Companies are doing layoffs in spite of strong performance. The biggest example we've seen is Block. It laid off nearly 40% of its workforce, and by some accounts, much more of its engineering. Some say 70%, some say 50%. The profits were strong, the revenue was strong, but in light of where AI is going, they decided to make one massive cut to eliminate a bunch of roles all at once. The biggest takeaway, however, was that the stock market rewarded Block for cutting roles. It went up nearly 24%. This means that other companies are seeing that the stock market rewards labor-light companies over other companies. So I expect this trend to increase where more companies lay off more people because their stock will go up. There are other companies that have done similar layoffs, including Pinterest and eBay, although those are much smaller by comparison with 15% and 6%. Number 2, the rise of agents. Instead of writing code, we'll be orchestrating code. I'm already seeing this in big tech where a lot of people are not writing their own code. Instead, they write up a plan and they have the agents do their code for them. This is much faster than having to write the code by hand. In my own personal projects, I've used all of the AI CLIs, and from my experience, a lot of the times you don't even plan things. You just start asking the agent to write the code, you bypass permissions, you just let it do whatever it wants. We're moving away from writing code to orchestrating code. And this is a common trend amongst many of the AI CEOs. The CTO of Airbnb, for instance, has said that we're moving away from writing code by hand to using agents to do it. The CEO of Anthropic has said 90% of the code being written is being done by AI. Number 3, competitive moats are collapsing. It's become easier for anyone to write software. One example that is becoming easier to write code than ever has been that the number of iOS apps released to the App Store has increased on a month-to-month basis since the release of Claude Code. We see this also in how SaaS has behaved, software as a service. A lot of SaaS companies have seen their stocks pummel as a result of Claude Code and Cowork in particular. Stocks like IBM and Salesforce have seen drops. The moats that will survive will be because of custom data, brand, attention, and most importantly, distribution. A company with a brand name like Google will survive. It's part of the lexicon. People know about it. And more importantly, it has the distribution on YouTube, on Google, Android. It has all the data it needs. Other companies that are likely to survive include companies that work in the real world. Companies like Airbnb, which rent real houses and apartments. You don't want a vibe-coded app to necessarily try to get apartments. Number 4, code review, the big bottleneck. With the cost of writing code going down to de facto zero, reviewing code has become the bottleneck. The amount of time that you spend reading code has increased proportionally. In my own experience at big tech, I see that people are now reviewing code for much longer than they were writing code. You'll see people take a day to write a single PR in the past, and now we're seeing people put up 5 PRs in a single day. And this means that just the amount of code that you have to review, docs that you have to review, these sorts of things are taking much more of the time than actually writing the code. And yes, you can have AI review code, and it's been super helpful for me as well to have it review code. For instance, asking Claude to do one thing and then having Codex to review the work that Claude does, or having an agent that Claude spins up review the work that a different agent that Claude does. However, AI reviewed code often misses important details, and it still requires human attention. And AI code also has a short context window. In a small personal project, you can fill up the entire context window with all of the code, but in a big company, that's impossible. As a result, AI often misses important details due to its short context window, which means that humans will have to stay in the loop for a long time. And number 5, and probably the most important takeaway, those who don't use AI will be left behind. AI is a massive productivity boost. Those who are obstinate and refuse to use AI are going to be pushed out in a sea of code. Companies like Codebase actually required people to set up their AI environment by the end of a week. Otherwise, they would have a Saturday meeting with the CEO where he would request why they did not set up their AI environment. Those who didn't give a good reason were fired. So the question is, which side are you on? Are you going to be one of those that use AI, or are you going to be one of those that end up getting fired? That's it for me. Curious, what are your thoughts on the AI trends in 2026 and beyond? Please leave a comment, leave some feedback and discussion in the comments, and I'll see you next time.